Morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, y'all? Wake up. Wake up. Happy Monday. Y'all, we are getting this day started. We're getting this one started. What a game. What a game yesterday. Super Bowl. You can't make this stuff up. What a game, man. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Happy Monday. Back on the grind. Don't worry, y'all. We back on the grind. We getting started. We just got another day ahead of us. It's another day to knock down. I know I'm on early today, so I guess I'll talk to you guys for a while. Got some time to kill. Shout out to YouTube. What is going on, people? I'm going to give Facebook some time to build me an audience today because I got on early. I want to get out. I actually want to get to the office early today. The early bird gets the worm, folks. So what's up? Good morning. All right, y'all, it's the warm-up. We're getting our day started. I know folks are saying, Dennis, you on too early today, man. I slept in from the Super Bowl. I had a Super Bowl party, but I had to jump on out here today and talk to you guys a little early. So this weekend, of course, was the Super Bowl, and so there was a lot of just a lot of coverage before the game. And so during that time, they talked to a lot of different coaches, and they talked to a lot of different guys about what it means to win a championship, what it means to be in the Super Bowl. And one of the quotes I came across this weekend, and I swear, I wish I could remember exactly where the quote came from. Probably came from the Patriots somehow, some way. But the quote was, and I want this to be the theme this could be the theme of the week or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, this could be the theme of the week in honor of the Super Bowl. The theme of the week. Let me turn this down a little bit. Theme of the week, guys. Theme of the week is players win games, right? Players win games and teams win championships. Players win games and teams win championships. I wrote that down up there. And so here's why this is so dope to me. This is so amazing to me, especially because like in sports, you always have who's your MVP, who's your best player. You have your LeBron. Oh, we could definitely use LeBron for this example because of what he's going through right now. But you have LeBron, you have Kobe, you have Westbrook, you have Steph, you have all these good players. You have Tom Brady. You have all these good players out here that definitely help win games, right? There are some individual contributions that bring it, right? And that without you being the best you, without you being the best player you can be, then the chances of the team winning the game goes down. But regardless, if you bring your game every single week of the season or every single day of the week, right? So if you bring your game all week long and all year long, that alone isn't necessarily enough. That alone isn't necessarily enough to will your team to a win. To a championship. Not alone, it's not. It takes a team effort. So let's just talk about you, the individual, for a second. And just how exciting this game was, man, and just the messages that came out of it for me. So throughout the game, there were there were two amazing catches, probably two of the best catches I've seen in recent history when it comes to football. Julio Jones made a catch on the sideline, and I would do it. I mean, he got up, he did this, and then he did the 2 steps with his toes, and he kept the ball in bounds. And so that's an example of a player showing up, right, doing all he can do to make it happen. And then you have another player, right, other team, individual performance, just going above and beyond. You had Julian Edelman. Edelman made a catch where, honestly, for a second, the ball just froze in the air about 3 inches above the ground. It was amazing. And it was just waiting there for him. And he just reached out and he just grabbed it and he snatched it. But it was like, man, like, no, you can't script that. That's not a play that you write up as a team and say, all right, guy, if you go this way and you go this way, then this play is going to open up. I mean, that's an example of a player coming to the game and balling. You know, that's a player of you. That's an example of you, the individual, showing up like we need you to as a team, right? So a lot of what I talk about, guys, y'all know, is self-accountability and community, right? Self-accountability and community. And on the self-accountability side, you have the player that helps win the game. You have you, the individual, that helps win the game, that helps that you play your part in your family, in your office space, with your coworkers, in your community, at your church is a good example. You do your part. You play your game. And ideally, you do that at a high level, right? You show up. You bring your A game to the table. You are an integral member of the team, and therefore we need you to show up as a player. And so, 2 messages for the players, you know, as you're playing the game. 2 messages. For one, never give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. Keep grinding. That game yesterday showed you that, if nothing else, that you can just you can't quit on yourself. You can't get down on yourself. You can't look at the road or the task ahead and say, "Oh my God, it's too much. It's too steep of a hill to climb." I mean, the Patriots were down, guys. They were down by 25 points. 25 points they were down by. That's in the second half. And this is after the third quarter. It wasn't like they were just down and, you know, and it wasn't like at the end of the game and then the Falcons just hurry up and scored a quick 3 points and it was no time left. They were down. There was enough time left where a good team like the Patriots will still have hope. They'll do what they're supposed to do. But it was almost enough time running out where everybody was saying that this is it. There's no way they could come back. And, man, did they prove everybody wrong, man. They just never gave up. They really played the whole 60 minutes. And that's what you need, man. That's what you got to do out here. All right, so if you have a bad day today, and that means your week is getting off to a slow start, right? So if you're getting off to if you have a bad day today, your week's going to get off to a slow start. That doesn't mean that you just say, forget it, and just don't even try to get up tomorrow and have a good day. And don't even try to, get out there and do better than you did today. Because you can't just say, damn, the odds are so stacked against me that it's not even worth me trying anymore. You got to keep, and here's the reality. Once the tide does turn on you and you are down and the odds do look like they're beginning to be stacked against you, or the chips are stacked against you, that's when you actually have to work the hardest. That's when you have to work the hardest to get back, because now you're in a deficit. See what I'm saying? You're here. You got to get all the way back up here just to break even. And then to get beyond, to overtake the lead, you got to bust your ass. So never, ever, ever give up. Good morning, Auntie. What a game last night, right? I know people are saying, some people are just now getting on because I'm on early today because I got some things I got to do. But The only difference between a good one and bad one is attitude. And there are some things that can happen along the way that definitely make your day feel like it's a bad day. But the way you handle that thing, the way you bounce back, is really what matters. And that's what we're talking about. Adversity, right? Yesterday's game was a great example. The Patriots were down by a lot, man. They were down, guys, and they let their greatness shine through, and they came through at the end, and they won that game, and that was amazing. And this is what I've been talking about, and I know some people are just getting on, so let me bring you up to speed because it's only fair. What I've been talking about, and here's kind of the theme of the day, is of the week, hopefully. Players win games, but teams win championships, right? Players win games, but teams win championships. And earlier I was talking about a couple of performances from last night's game as from players that were outstanding. Julio Jones, James White, of course, Edelman, of course, Tom Brady. As individuals, these guys really showed up. And talking about how important it is as a player, as an individual, whether or not it's on a team, whether or not it's your role in your family, whether or not it's your role in the workplace, your role that you play as a player is so important, guys. Like, it's so important. And here are two themes that I learned as the player. As the player that you got to carry with you throughout this life. And two things is, one, to never give up. The second one is, don't count your blessings too early, right? So there's a flip side of the coin here. The Falcons were up. They were winning. They were doing what they needed to do, so it seemed. But some players, some people on the team, some individual performers may have started to count their blessings too early. Mistakes started to happen. When mistakes happen, that means people aren't 100% head in the game. You have mistakes starting to happen, people going off sides, people pass interference. You had bad play calling. There was a 3rd and 1 when just go get the first down, thinking that, we can do whatever we want with this team. We're up by so many points, burning timeouts recklessly, just counting their blessings way too early. And then what happened? The Patriots came back. You let Tom Brady be Tom Brady. And now, this is where we are now. But whatever, not my team. I'm an Eagles fan. You see where we were at. We're watching the game. So not my team, just a great game. You can't make this stuff up. And just a couple themes out of that, man. Never give up. Don't count your blessings too early. Remember, as a player, players win games, but teams win championships. And so sorry about that. I had to queue back up for YouTube part 2. But a couple other things. So that was just yesterday. I'm elated with just how excited the Super Bowl was, and just to be home and be able to relax and watch the game. It was great, and I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend and had some fun as well, and enjoyed the Super Bowl. Good morning, Maureen. What's up? Who's on? Yeah, somebody said good morning to me so I can say what's up and give you guys a shout out. Look, I'm about to transition. We're going to talk about what the Black History quote of the day is, because I forgot on Friday. Well, I didn't really forget. I was working out some new things with YouTube and everything, so I didn't get a chance to do a quote on Friday. But I do have a quote for today, and it's actually going to help me transition. It's actually going to help me tie some points together to talk about teams winning championships, and also and then also how we can actually apply that teamwork theme to our everyday lives. So here's the quote of the day. And of course it's from, well, not of course, you guys don't know who my quote was going to be from, but my quote of the day is from Malcolm X. Again, and they're saying, dang, again, yes, again, Malcolm X, my man, my brother. All right, here's the quote. I wrote it down. Excuse me, I'm going to look down to read it, guys. I didn't memorize the quote. True Islam taught me that it takes all the religions, political, economic, psychological, and racial ingredients or characteristics to make the human family and the human society complete. Malcolm X. I'll read it again. True Islam taught me that it takes all of the religious, political, economic, psychological, and racial ingredients or characteristics to make the human family complete. To make the human family and the human society complete. True Islam taught me that it takes all the religious, political, economic, psychological, and racial ingredients or characteristics to make the human family and the human society complete. Malcolm X. That quote alone, that quote is, in my opinion, that quote is kind of what I ultimately hope for, right? I talk about individuals and what we are, but a world made up of individuals. It's just a whole bunch of people walking around here trying to do their thing. And the end of this quote basically says it takes everything around us. You're talking about religious, political, economic, psychological, racial, all those characters, all that stuff is basically all of our psychology. I mean, all of our sociology as humans. It would take all of that to actually, it is all of that that makes us the human family. That makes us the human family. It takes every single element, every racial element, every characteristic, everything that makes us different. It takes all of that for us to be considered a human family, a complete human family, and a human society. So just kind of remember that, right? Like this Malcolm X had this quote years and years ago, and he's talking about ultimately unity. It takes everybody. It takes a little bit of what everybody has to offer and bring to the table that that really makes us a human race, a human society. And that's the ultimate goal. That's my long-term vision, is that we can all really get there and say, boom, we're one complete human society. There's love and joy, or at least appreciation and respect for everything that everybody's bringing to the table. But we know that's not the case. But we'll get there. We'll get there by a few things. By being a more complete team, right? Teams win championships. By being a more complete team, by understanding this theme that Malcolm X is bringing to the table, the theme of having an appreciation for everything that makes us different. Have an appreciation for the things that make us different. And I came up with a few things that I had wrote down that made me, that I think that I want to tie back into this. And one of those things is to remember that it takes teamwork to win the championships. It takes you being a good member in your community for your community to rise up. It takes you doing your part in the household for, it takes, you got to do your chores, right? So if you got to take out the trash, you got to take out the trash. You got to do the dishes, and you got to do the dishes. And dad, you got to pay the bills, so you pay the bills. And mom, you got to do the laundry so we all look fresh and have some clean clothes on. So everybody has to play their part. And if one person doesn't play their part, the whole team starts to fall apart. If son forgets to take out the trash every day, and then the kitchen just starts to pile up with trash, and then next thing you know, you just have a stinky house. Nobody wants to, it doesn't matter if you do dishes because nobody wants to eat in the kitchen because the trash is there. It doesn't matter if mom does the laundry because there's so much trash in the house that everything stinks, and now your clothes start to stink too. It doesn't matter if dad is paying all the bills because clearly the house is looking trashy, and we're not even taking advantage of the money that's being brought into the house. So everybody's got to play their part, or the team starts to fall apart as a whole. Even as simple as a son forgetting to take the trash out every day, watch how the team starts to fall apart. So what does this mean? This means be the best player you can be, right? Be the all-star that you are, but then here are a few ways that you can contribute to the team. I'll give you a few things. 3 things. Teach, help, assist. Teach, help, assist. Teach, help, assist. You want to teach those who are below you, right? Below your level, who are still learning, who, if you're an older brother or sister, you want to teach your younger brothers and sisters. If you're a supervisor, you want to teach the people that work under you. Teach the people who are not yet on your level in every way. If you know something that somebody else doesn't know, and they're open to being taught, then teach them. Take the time to teach them what you know. That's teach. Help your peers. Some of us, I mean, you look to your left, you look to your right, there's going to be a sea of people in your same playing field, in your same boat, that are your peers. If it's your spouse, I mean, help each other, right? It's back and forth. If it's your coworker, if you work on a team and there's a whole team of analysts, and there's a team of 10 data analysts, and you get done your job, and hey, crunching some data for the guy that works next to you helps the whole team. Do that. Be a help of the people who work alongside of you. Keyword is help. That doesn't mean that you need to teach the person next to you how to do their job, especially when it's your peer. You're helping them do their job. You're being of assistance. You're offering a contribution, because then the last word is assist. And so you have assist. So you teach those who are below you, you help those who are next to you, and you assist those who are above you. Right? So we have leadership. You're in a household, you have parents. And so if you're you remember being a kid and your mom getting everybody ready for school and saying, hey, you tie everybody's shoes. Assist. So you're going to assist your mom and help her out and get everybody ready for school real fast, because you're the one you've already done your own stuff. You can already tie your own shoes faster than everybody else. Now you can help your brothers and sisters, but you're also assisting your mom. So you're also assisting up. These are 3 things to really help you become better members of your community, better team members, because teams is what really wins the championships. Teams is what really wins the championships. No matter how great of an individual performer you are, if the rest of your team, let's use the data analyst analogy again. It doesn't matter how good of an analyst you are. If you could crunch all the numbers you want, if the report needs to consist of all 10 analysts' feedback, then you can be done all you want. And the report can't be submitted until the other 9 people are also done. So you might as well go ahead and help. So be better community members. First, be great players. Show up, be a great player. But then be a better community member. Be a better team. Be a better teammate. Because then that's how you guys are going to end up winning the championships. Teach, help, and assist. Man, what a great weekend. We are getting this. I mean, what a great weekend for sure. We're getting our week started right, guys. It is Super Bowl week. I threw a lot at you guys this morning. I had a lot of energy. I got on early today, so I apologize I know the timing may have been a little messed up. Good morning, Jakia. I know the timing may have been a little messed up, guys, but thank you for rolling with me. I'll recap. Players win games. That means you got to show up. You got to show up and do what you got to do. To that end, never give up. And don't count your blessings too early. Remain diligent. But never give up. Remain hungry. Also, teams win championships. Teams win championships. Remember the Black History quote of the month from Malcolm X. He said that true Islam taught me that it takes all of the religious, political, economic, psychological, and racial ingredients or characteristics to make the human family and the human society complete. If we're going to be complete, it really does take an appreciation of everybody. And it takes an appreciation of everyone and every characteristic of that people have to bring to the table. And where you see that there's a deficiency, then teach. And when you see somebody is struggling, then help. And when you see somebody that has a great vision, then assist that person in making those things happen and come true. And then we could really, 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 guys, we can really become a complete human society. That's a far off dream, I believe, but I think it's possible. I really do. Have a great week. Remember, this is what I write things down. I was just listening to the radio. Something came on. J. Cole's song came on and said, no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Man, no such thing, guys. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. You got to value that thing 100%. Wake up and know that you are great. You're meant to be great. You're born to be great, and that you're going to have a great day and a great week. And, this is how we got to get started. Goal set, get an accountability partner, folks. Let's get it done. Y'all have a good one. God bless. No more football. What are we going to do? Man, y'all going to have to listen to me now. Later.